intriguing. It would seem this twisted world is not yet depleted of surprises. I greet you, then, and welcome you to the realm of the Fae, or what so remains. I am Numue, artisan, seer, goddess of the Fae, and counselor to the one true king. Or so I was. Still, it is my gift to see what cannot be seen, and to forge what cannot be forged. So then, strange one, what brings you thus before me? Like you say? You are a unique taste, strange one, unknown to me. But your form, perhaps? Yes, it is familiar. I may have seen this Clementine in dreams and visions. She wears your shape, yes? But she tastes different, powerful. Alas, I do not. I have seen her in a kingdom of great authority, filled with doors and possibilities. But I do not recognize it, nor can I find the way. Not here, not as things are. The kingdom is in disarray, strange one. The one true king has been deposed, but the manner of his deposition has wrought unforeseen consequences. For everyone. Now, an imposter sits upon the throne, a deceiver and a fraud. They must be slain if I am to fix what is broken, and perhaps, if you are to find what you seek. I cannot ask this of you, but were you to accept this burden, to slay the deceiver, you would find them in the floors above, beyond an opulent door carved of their own vanity. And if I can provide you with wisdom or aid, you need only ask, as do so many, strange one. Ask, and I will answer. Oh, a place of great beauty. Palaces of gold, fields of green and blue and fuchsia. Cheerful glades lit with the songs of our people. You have not seen the like, strange one, for it does not exist. One can see hints of it here and there, intertwined with the dreary sphere that has since festered around us. I will find a way to restore it. Indeed, the seed of a plan has already been set in motion. Yet, so much remains mere hope and conjecture. Perhaps one day. To voice it would raise my hopes too far, or worse, belie how pathetic the plan truly is. No, better to reveal nothing for the nonce. The one true king rules this kingdom with an iron fist, mollifying his subjects with promises of freedom and prosperity. And to be sure, there was prosperity. For some. Those who did not offer praise and fealty, who did not share in the royal values, who were deemed unworthy in myriad ways, their prosperity was taken and given to the favored. It was freedom for some at a cost to many. And eventually, there were some who sought to plot against him. And so, the tyrant was deposed. But at a cost. None, not even I, could have foreseen the consequences of our actions. The one true king truly was more intertwined with our realm than any knew. The one true king was not easily removed. Many tried, but he could not be harmed by mortal weapons forged and wielded by his own subjects. Indeed, so many had failed that it was deemed foolishness to oppose him at all. that perhaps our very world relied upon his rule. This turned out to be true. The imposter, however, fears only weakness. They turned the ear of the king's confidants, convincing them that freeing the people was worth any risk. Swayed by their words, a plot was made to remove the king from power. Only at the last second did I realize their mistake. And our people suffered the more for it. Much must be accomplished to remedy what was despoiled. But first, and most critically, the imposter king must die. It is amusing that you think I owe you anything at all, strange one. I have told you all that I wish to, just as you have told me all that you wish to reveal about yourself. The deceiver is eternally self-absorbed. They have seated themselves in palaces of conceit on gilded thrones of falsehoods. You cannot fail to find them, for they have ensured that all roads lead to themselves. Certainly, strange one, it is as you say. The imposter yet lives, strange one. They must be destroyed.
That was rough. Well, at least.
Onril, I believe this beast has come to petition the Council.
That creature? Fey law does not apply to such as they.
You realize we make the laws here, Onril. Step up to the podium, Petitioner. I, at least, am curious what you have to say.
Hail, stranger. I am Savan, Speaker of the One True King's Council. State your nature and business for the record, please.
Your nature, yes. What are you exactly? You're not one of the... well, what do they call themselves? The Dran, are you?
Then why, pray tell, should we waste our time with you? This is a Fey Council, and we have more imperative matters than to play guide to outsiders.
Your friend is here. Now? How distressing. Perhaps we can help you find them.
Perhaps not, or have you forgotten the rather large problem yet undealt with, starting with what lies beyond this very door?
I had not forgotten, Onaril. But as we are at a standstill, I thought to turn our attention to something more refreshing for the time being.
Sadly, our resources must be devoted to the troubles at hand, Nael. Petitioner, we will not help you at this time. Good day.
You have wasted quite enough of our time, foreigner. The Fae have far more important concerns than you before us.
Hold a moment, Onaril. Perhaps this stranger could be of use to us. The Fae presently live in fear and uncertainty, stranger. The One True King has been usurped by an imposter, aided by one of those seated before you, but we know not which. As an independent party, you might find clarity where we have failed. Will you help us?
That is wise. You are under no commitment unless and until you choose to make an accusation. That said, should you come across sufficient evidence, you are permitted, within certain conditions, to accuse one of those seated here, and this body will consider the accusation.
A great tragedy, stranger. For eons, the Fae and this council have faithfully served the One True King. But alas, his rule has been curtailed.
The imposter, Phelan or Feyrin or whatever they call themselves now, placed the king in an eternal slumber from which he cannot be woken.
The king was attacked in his own chambers, behind this very door. The imposter could not have entered without aid from a member of this council.
But, of course, we all have our alibis, as you can imagine. None of us were here. This has been proven many times.
If you can find any evidence tying one of us to this tragedy or to the imposter, then Fey justice might be done.
It won't be enough, Savan. The imposter still sits upon the throne.
Yet, it will be a step, and a necessary one toward restoring order among the Fey.
It means you're not Fey, and your life is easily forfeit.
Please, Onaril. Stranger, we will discuss the conditions of your accusation if and when you choose to make one.
We do not. This farce does nothing.
Peace, Onaril. The law is clear on this point, as you well know.
I will answer your question, stranger. With a traitor among us, trust has shattered. If any of us were to produce evidence at this stage, it would be suspect by all.
And rightly so. Either of you would love any excuse to remove me from the council.
And you do not wish to hold half the council's power yourself, Onaril? You cannot pretend it isn't true.
Regardless, stranger, you are not from this world, either of these worlds. So, any evidence you bring would be free from the suspicions which we have cast upon ourselves.
Precisely my point. This foreigner may have any number of reasons for accusing any one of us.
Which is why, if and when evidence is produced, We alone will pronounce the final judgment.
And if that evidence has been falsified, tainted, how do I know one of you has not paid this interloper to act on your behalf?
Onreal, only you assume that everyone is as unscrupulous as yourself. Not everyone seeks power at any cost.
Very well. I will judge it when I see it. I trust no one, but I trust the two of you less than this foreigner.
We now know that the imposter approached each one of us at some point, whispering promises of freedom and power, trying to poison our minds against the one true king.
He only said what we wanted to hear. A pity one of us listened.
Can you blame them, though? The imposter called out important truths.
Is that an admission of guilt, Nael?
If you would allow me to finish. I was saying he called out important truths that we must take to heart, despite the poison that obviously accompanied them. We would do well to address the flaws raised by the imposter. And I find it difficult to cast blame on any who thought there might be a smoother path towards doing so.
And yet that path has led to ruin. We have merely exchanged one tyrant for another.
Indeed, but our feelings on the outcome are irrelevant. This council must be absolved of guilt if we are ever to restore order to the Fae. Alas, we do not know.
There is no blood, no wound that we can see.
Not that we were able to investigate the scene fully.
At your request, Onreal. I cannot trust either of you backstabbers nor anyone you might call to serve us. Were those not your words?
They were indeed, and the sentiment holds.
Regardless, it is unknown even what could harm the king. For it is said that no mortal weapon can kill him.
And many have tried.
The king has ruled over the Fae as long as anyone can recall. He has always been a guiding force, both in our world and our lives.
Some believed he was too much of a guiding force.
More than some. Yet, look at us now. The king sleeps, and our world is spun into chaos.
Indeed. It would seem his life is more entwined with our wealth than anyone knew.
Imagine what would have happened if he had been killed. Of course! How could we have been so blind? The genius of this foreigner who is so much more clever than all of the Fae together.
Please, Onreal. Their question is academic curiosity. The simple answer, stranger, is magic of a kind more powerful than any here have yet seen. We suspect the imposter's conspiracy went even deeper than this council alone.
All the more reason to identify the conspirator among us.
They are a monster. They care nothing for the welfare of the Fae.
Nor those of us who serve the Fae.
Nor for the law. On this we all agree. The imposter's plan should never have been carried out. All must be held to account for what they have done. Regret may play a part in personal affairs, but this is treason, and the Fae require justice. As you will, stranger. Should you find evidence, though, bring it before us.
Glad that's over. Glad that's over. Holy hell. Okay, this is it. God damn. Is it over? Come on, come on. Come on. Holy hell! This is it. Let's do this. Damn. Is it over? Shit. 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 This isn't looking good. That's over. Jeez. Glad that's over. Glad that's over. Here they come. Well, at least that's over.
here to waste more of our time.
Tread carefully now, stranger. For Fey law is strict and swift, and you stand to accuse one of its highest-ranking members.
If you accuse one of us, you must have evidence, new evidence, to support your claim. The penalty for frivolous accusations against the Council is steep.
It is death, foreigner, at least for you. Swift and immediate.
Are you prepared to make an accusation according to our laws? Then speak. Who among us aided the imposter?
What? Preposterous! I won't ask you for proof of such a frivolous accusation, for there is none you could have. What is that? It has nothing to do with me.
Is that not your crest on the dagger, Onaril?
Fake then. The foreigner is casting aspersions on my character.
Your character needs no external aspersions to expose it. Savan, would you please confirm?
I do confirm. This dagger is proof of your guilt, Oniro. What I don't understand is why. You have always sought refuge in the law.
That law became a mockery, a facade to protect him. With the king removed, I hoped we could finally rule as was our intent. I could not know that imposter would be one and the same. I could not know this beast would prove at all resourceful. May you die a worse death than all of us.
You have broken both Fey law and our trust, and must now face the consequences.
I should not be grateful for the death of any Fae, but I am relieved.
Here, stranger. Take this as thanks for your service to our council. Now go, stranger. For there is much to be done, and you need have no part in it.